welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. All right, welcome back to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects that I've been meaning to work on, because I am the type of person, if I don't make time, I'll never find time. And by doing untilit.works, it gives me the opportunity to be by the computer, because if I'm gonna do these quick live streams, well, I might as well work on stuff in my workshop. And I've been building a bunch of stuff, like you've been making these boxes here. That's what's printing. And so getting that all together, and because I'm trying to get a bunch of orders shipped for tomorrow. And yeah, that's what I'm focusing on. So untilit.works allows me to be able to do things like that. And it consists of ciphers. And a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, work on, whether it be 3D printing some boxes, maybe you're doing some coding, some studying, whatever it is, you just focus on it for like 45 minutes. Around like 15 minutes after the hour, I'll pop up on the site to remind you to take a break. You can get up, walk around, drink some water, and or watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. Either way, let your mind relax and not focus on the thing that you're just working on. You know, give it a chance to like breathe a little bit. So like I mentioned, I'll pop up here on the video. If you ever come to the site and in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. That's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. And that's why the notice there saying may need to click play to start the stream. Next to that is the open close caption button. I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So if you were to click that button, a space will open up and the words I'm saying will hopefully be transcribed accurately and placed in that space. Then there's two buttons, join to be able to add a clip, create a highlight video. They're broken, don't worry about it. There's a countdown timer, count on when the next work session begins. And then if you'd like to join the chat room to ask questions or just chat, there's a link to do that. All right, I think that's pretty much it for the break session. Pretty minimal, not much to do, just taking a break. All right, then the work session will look like this. And again, these are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on what you're working on. Now, if you notice in the upper right-hand corner, if you check out subscribe, it has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. On the left is an audio player, so if you want to listen to some tunes, you can do that. Towards the center, we have the to-do section where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button. Now then add it to the list of tasks. You can edit a task by clicking the text. You can delete it by clicking the X button. If you want to mark it complete, click the checkbox. Now send it to the done section. So if you click done, it will list all the things you got completed. And if you click the Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter and it'll pre-populate a tweet listing all the things you got completed with like little check marks next to them. So for me, it's like a good visual representation of me putting in work. And even if I don't get to anything for the rest of the week, at least I know I put in some time on Sunday. Or on the right-hand side, we have a column with the countdown timer here at the top. Again, counting down to when the next break session happens. Again, like 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So if you, look like it's going to rain. So let's say you don't have a particular thing that you want to work on, but you still want to feel productive. Well, but you heard that web development sounds cool, but you don't know where to start. So I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that have gone through them, I think if you complete those programs, at the end, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, you can make an educated decision on whether or not you're going to spend more time and or money in pursuing it. So those are there. Let's see what else. Oh, yes. Now, if you're already into web development and maybe you're looking for, something to kind of spark the creative juices and something where you can kind of like start and finish, kind of like follow a tutorial, end up with a pretty cool project, and then maybe, extend that project or maybe come up with something totally different. So I have links to 3 tutorials that go to the Vonage developer platform. I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are to look over tutorials to kind of make sure they're good. Now, one of them is you create this application following the tutorial. You have an input box and a call button. You put your real-world phone number in that input box, hit call, and your real-world phone will ring, and you'll be able to have a conversation back and forth between your application and the phone. Then I have one where it's the opposite, where you get a virtual number, you link that to the application you create following that tutorial, and then from your real-world phone, call that virtual number, and you'll be able to answer in the browser in your application and have a conversation back and forth. Then there's one where like 2 users like log into a website, and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation back and forth. So I think it's pretty cool. So those are there. Hako we'll come back to. Show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. And now, don't worry about the highlight thing. That's broken. Hako. Hako stands for Help a Coder/Creator Out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on what you're working on, you can create a Hako, which is a room. You can then invite people to join that room. And the hope is that together as a collective, you'll be able to get the solution or the feedback on the thing that you're working on. So if you're to click View Hako, it'll show you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the user's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out their profile. And then from there, you can decide whether or not you'd like to request to join the room. I also have this filter by keyword list. So maybe there's something specific that you're looking for. Maybe the keyword is in there, and you'll be able to filter the different Hakos by that. Now, if you click Create a Hako, you're presented with this form. You put in a title and 3 keywords. You hit Create. It will generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. Now, when you join your Hako, it looks like this. We have the title here at the top. You can leave with the leave button over here in the upper right. If you want to open menu for some more options, you can check that out there. I have a text chat here to the right. We'll come back to that. On the left is another countdown timer. Count down when the next break session happens. And again, that's like 15 minutes after the hour. You'll be able to copy the URL again, and you'll be able to click to share to Twitter again. Now, when someone clicks your link, they just don't automatically join your room. They're going to be requesting to join your room. So they'll show up under pending. You'll be able to click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out their profile to see whether or not you like to approve or deny them. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them. Now, as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen. Because again, the point of the Hako is for you to get help or feedback on a thing that you're working on. And I think by being able to share your screen with others in the Hako, you'll be able to provide the better context for them to get you the help or feedback that you're looking for, because they can see exactly what you're seeing. Now, the way you communicate through the Hako, like I mentioned, there's a text chat. Put your message here towards the bottom, hit send, it'll add it to the list of messages. Now, I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled. They'll still be able to follow along, because what people are saying will be turned into text and put into the text chat. Now, if you're not looking at the text chat and you still want to follow along, I also add the ability to enable text-to-speech. So any messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser, and that way you can still follow along. All right, so that's pretty much it. Then you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created. And yeah, so that's that. Cool. Now, I'm going to get y'all back to work, because like I said, I have some boxes printing. I want to put together this box. Then I got to do some more like finishing touches to the boxes and then get them ready, because I've been printing out some labels for these orders to ship out. So I still need to like pack some stuff and things. So that's what I'll be working on today. That's my main focus, because I already did the post radio show promo stuff, got the laundry happening. So a lot of stuff is happening right now. So get y'all back to work. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, you're relaxed and ready to get back into it like I am. And so I'm going to send you all off with some traveling music. This right here is an artist that goes by Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. See you 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when the brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like yeah. And everybody says yeah. We spread love like yeah. I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when the brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and